Over 20 million people occupy the towering skyline of modern Mumbai, a city defined by an extreme concentration of wealth, labor, and architecture. But the solid ground beneath these buildings is a historical fabrication. Much of the modern metropolis sits on terrain that was, until recently, part of the ocean. For the city to expand, these scattered landmasses had to be physically fused into a single peninsula. The process began with a political transfer. In 1661, Portugal gifted the islands to the British Crown as a royal dowry for the marriage of Catherine of Braganza to King Charles II. The British East India Company immediately targeted the site for its naturally deep harbor, recognizing its potential as a hub for global maritime trade. To create a unified port, engineers launched a terraforming project that would last for centuries. They built massive causeways and filled the sea gaps with earth and rock, physically merging the islands. This sustained engineering effort moved millions of tons of earth, slowly closing the breaches and forcing the tides back to create a solid, continuous landmass. This newly created peninsula provided the geographic foundation needed to build an integrated economic power. In 1869, the opening of the Suez Canal radically shortened the route from Europe. The city became the primary entry point for the subcontinent, the literal gateway of India. The city's economy grew rapidly through a massive surge in the textile trade. Thousands of cotton mills sprang up across the reclaimed land, transforming the city into an industrial powerhouse. This industrial explosion required a vast workforce, drawing millions of migrants from across the country to work the mills. Because the sea constrained the city's footprint, this influx of labor led to extreme overcrowding. Families were housed in chawls, high-density residential blocks designed to fit the maximum number of people into the narrowest possible space. The resulting spatial tension became a permanent feature of the city, locking its prosperity to a state of constant hyperdensity. While the mills established the city's industrial weight, a different industry began to shape its cultural identity. The birth and rapid expansion of the Hindi film industry, or Bollywood, turned the city into a manufacturer of escapism and glamour. The success of these films acted as a cultural magnet, attracting a new generation of migrants who arrived seeking fame and social mobility rather than industrial labor. This shift established Mumbai as the ultimate city of dreams, a place where the possibility of total transformation became a central myth. The lack of available space in modern Mumbai forces extreme wealth and poverty to exist in immediate proximity. The Ravi, located at the city's geographic center, operates as a highly organized and hyper-productive industrial zone. Within its dense lanes, thousands of small-scale entrepreneurs manage a massive informal economy specializing in recycling, leather, and textiles. This grassroots production cycle directly supports the formal corporate city that surrounds it, subsidizing the operations of major businesses. The city's momentum depends on this layered ecosystem of formal and informal labor. Today, Mumbai is the undisputed financial headquarters of the nation. High-end corporate developments and multinational offices are concentrated at Nariman Point, built onto land that was once underwater. The Bombay Stock Exchange serves as the center of India's capital markets, where the country's macroeconomic path is charted every day. The financial power of 1 billion people is now managed from this narrow strip of land, reclaimed from former mudflats. This corporate power relies on a massive, daily movement of people. The local train network is the city's essential artery, moving millions of workers through the constrained geography of the island every hour. This logistical synchrony is required to keep the workforce flowing through the peninsula's narrow entry points. It is a place of extreme contrasts, where traditional fishing communities still cast their nets in the shadows of glass skyscrapers. Because there is no room left for the city to spread outward, the only available direction is forward. The physical constraints of the peninsula have made constant, rapid motion a necessity for survival. From 7 disconnected islands to a global corporate megacity, Mumbai stands as a monument to what can be built when geography is bent to human will.